So you're planning your Hajj. It's truly the journey of a lifetime. But you know that very first step, just getting from the airport in Jeddah to Makkah, can actually be one of the most stressful parts. In this explainer, we're going to demystify that whole process and make sure your pilgrimage kicks off with peace, not problems. Just imagine it for a second. Your plane has finally touched down at King Abdulaziz International Airport. You are filled with this incredible sense of anticipation. And then it hits you, that one big question. Okay, how do I get from here to Makkah without all the stress, the confusion, and those infamous long delays? Believe me, that first step is way more important than you think. Okay, first things first, you've got to understand this isn't your average airport terminal, not even close. The Hajj terminal in Jeddah is, well, it's absolutely massive. It's a unique facility built for one purpose, to handle millions of pilgrims. It has its own systems for everything. It's a machine designed for efficiency, but only if you know how to navigate it. All right, so when you get there, what are your actual options? Let's break down the 3 main choices you're going to have for that all-important trip to Makkah. Take a look at this. It really breaks it all down, right? You've got your pre-booked private option, fast, comfortable, super reliable. Then you have the government bus, which is a bit slower and, well, a group experience. And finally, you've got the local taxi, which is honestly a bit of a gamble during Hajj. Let's dive a little deeper into each one. If you're looking for total peace of mind, this is it. Seriously. With a pre-booked transfer, you have a driver waiting specifically for you the moment you walk out of arrivals. It's a street shot to your hotel. No long lines, no waiting for hours on end. You land, you walk out, your car is ready. I mean, for families with kids or for our elderly pilgrims, it's really a no-brainer. All right, option number 2, the government buses. Now, this is a very common choice, especially for big tour groups. And yeah, it's definitely a lower cost option. But, and this is a big but, here's the trade-off. You can expect to wait. And I mean sometimes for hours. Plus, the bus often makes multiple stops. It's organized for sure, but it is not built for speed. And then there's option 3, trying to flag down a local taxi. Look, I'm just going to be straight with you. During Hajj season, this is a huge risk. There are very few available taxis, you might get into some awkward price negotiations, and you could still end up waiting for a really, really long time. On any other day, it's probably fine, but during Hajj, you're rolling the dice. So, when you boil it all down, what's the one thing that truly separates these choices? It all comes down to the one thing you can never get back: your time. With a private car that you booked ahead of time, you're looking at maybe, 1 to 2 hours tops? From landing to being at your hotel in Makkah, settled in. Pretty great, right? Now hold that thought and compare it to the bus. When you factor in all the waiting time at the terminal, that journey can easily stretch to 4 hours, or even longer. That is a huge chunk of time spent just in transit, right at the beginning of your pilgrimage when your energy is so precious. Okay, so let's say you've picked your ride. What happens next? How do you actually get through the terminal itself? It can look a little overwhelming, I know, but it's actually a pretty straightforward process if you just know the steps. Here's the game plan. Step 1, when you arrive, just follow the signs for the Hajj terminal. It's going to be crowded, but it's an organized flow. Step 2 is getting your bags. Pro tip, make sure they're tagged and easy to spot. And then step 3 is the exit and transport area. This is where a little chaos can kick in, but it's also exactly where your pre-booked driver will be waiting to find you. Now this is super important. Let's talk about what not to do. Honestly, just learning from the experiences and the mistakes of pilgrims who have come before you can save you so much trouble. These are the classic mistakes we see people make time and time again. The number 1 issue, not booking your transport in advance, just assuming you can find a random taxi. Another big one is not paying attention to peak arrival times and not coordinating properly with your group. Just one of these slip-ups can cost you hours. So how do you avoid all that stress? It's simple. Just follow these pro tips. First, and this is non-negotiable, book your ride before you fly. Keep your documents handy, right there in your carry-on, not buried in a suitcase. Stick with your group, and finally, save your driver's contact number in your phone. That way you can connect easily as soon as you land. And you might be sitting there thinking, okay, this is all just logistics, right? Booking a car. But honestly, it goes so much deeper than that. This first step, your arrival, your transfer, it's profoundly connected to your entire spiritual journey.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. Hajj is demanding. It's emotionally, spiritually, and physically demanding. And if you start that journey already feeling confused, stressed out, and totally exhausted from airport delays, well, you've drained your energy before you've even really begun. That's the last thing you want.
Look, a smooth, stress-free transfer does more than just get you to your hotel. It sets the tone for your entire pilgrimage. It allows you to arrive in the holy city of Makkah feeling calm, focused, and ready for the profound spiritual experience that's ahead of you. It really just comes down to one question. How do you want to begin this once-in-a-lifetime journey?